You are standing at the very edge of a vast, tranquil desert, just as the sun has begun its final descent below the horizon. The air here is different than any air you have ever breathed. It is clean, dry, and exceptionally still. As you take your first few steps onto the sand, you notice the way your boots sink slightly into the surface, creating a soft, muffled sound that is instantly swallowed by the immense silence of the surroundings. The temperature is beginning to shift, moving from the golden warmth of the day into the refreshing, cool embrace of the evening. You can feel the heat radiating off the dunes, a gentle warmth that rises to meet the cooling breeze. Every movement you make is slow and intentional. You are in no hurry. There are no clocks here, no schedules to keep, and no expectations to meet. The only thing that matters is the rhythm of your breath and the feeling of the sand beneath you. You begin to walk toward a gentle slope, a dune that rises like a frozen wave against the deepening sky. The sand is a pale, shimmering ochre, and as you climb, you watch the way the light catches the individual grains, turning them into tiny, glowing embers. You reach the crest of the dune and find a flat, sheltered area that feels as though it were made specifically for you. You reach into your pack and pull out a thick, heavy blanket made of soft, cream-colored wool. You shake it out, and the sound of the fabric snapping in the air is low and resonant. You spread it across the sand, smoothing out the wrinkles with your palms. The texture of the wool is slightly coarse, but incredibly comforting, a grounding weight that promises warmth. You sit down, feeling the support of the earth beneath the blanket. Beside you, you place a small vintage brass lantern. You turn the dial, and a soft amber glow blooms within the glass, casting long, dancing shadows across the ripples of the dune. You then reach for a thermos you brought with you. As you unscrew the lid, the faint, sweet aroma of chamomile and wild honey wafts upward, mingling with the clean scent of the desert air. You pour the tea into a heavy ceramic mug. The liquid is dark and clear, and steam curls lazily from the surface, rising in delicate spirals before vanishing into the twilight. You hold the mug in both hands, feeling the warmth seep through the ceramic and into your palms, traveling up your arms and relaxing your shoulders. You take a small sip, tasting the floral notes of the herbs and the subtle sweetness of the honey. It is perfectly warm, a soothing balm for your senses. The sky above you is transitioning through a magnificent palette of colours. At the horizon, there is still a thin ribbon of burnt orange and deep gold. But above that, the colours bleed into a soft violet, then a rich, velvety indigo. The first star appears. It is a brilliant, singular point of light, hanging low in the western sky. It looks like a solitary diamond set against a dark silk backdrop. You watch it steadily, and as the light fades further, more stars begin to reveal themselves. First one, then 3, then a dozen, until the entire dome of the sky is speckled with light. You decide to lie back on the wool blanket. You adjust your position until you are perfectly comfortable, your head supported by a small, soft travel pillow. You pull a corner of the blanket over your legs, feeling its comforting weight. Your gaze is fixed upward. The desert sky is unlike any other. Without the interference of city lights, the stars seem closer, larger, and more numerous than you ever imagined. You see the familiar shape of the Great Bear, its stars burning with a steady silver light. You trace the line of the Milky Way, a hazy, luminous river of ancient light that stretches from one horizon to the other. It looks like a dusting of fine silver powder spilled across a dark floor. You find yourself focusing on the spaces between the stars, the deep, infinite blackness, that feels soft and welcoming. Your breathing has slowed significantly, matching the rhythmic pulse of the desert night. With every inhale, you draw in the cool, crisp air, and with every exhale, you release any remaining tension in your body. You feel your muscles softening, your jaw relaxing, and your eyes becoming heavy. The silence of the desert is not a hollow silence. It is a rich, textured quiet, filled with the very faint sound of the wind moving across the sand, a sound like a distant, gentle sigh. Occasionally, you hear the softest rustle of a dry desert shrub or the cooling of the earth as it settles. These sounds do not startle you. They only deepen your sense of peace. You look back at the stars, noticing how some twinkle with a pale blue light, while others glow with a soft, warm yellow. You imagine the vast distances this light has traveled just to reach your eyes, and the thought is not overwhelming, but rather deeply humbling and serene. You feel small in the best possible way, a tiny part of a grand, harmonious universe. Your eyelids are drooping now. You close them for a moment, and when you open them again, the world has become even darker, even more peaceful. The amber glow of your lantern is dimming as you turn it down further, until it is just a tiny, flickering heart of light. The coolness of the air on your face contrasts beautifully with the warmth of the blanket and the tea still lingering in your system. You feel as though you are floating on the surface of the dune, weightless and supported. The boundaries between you and the desert seem to blur. You are the sand, you are the cool wind, and you are the starlight. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. The rhythmic flickering of the stars seems to pulse in time with your heartbeat. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for this moment of absolute stillness. The world you left behind, the noise, the screens, the lists, is millions of miles away, forgotten in the vastness of this night. You are drifting now, the thoughts in your mind becoming abstract and soft, like clouds dissolving in the moonlight. The stars are blurring into soft halos of light. You feel a wave of profound relaxation wash over you, starting at your toes and moving slowly up to the crown of your head. Your breathing is shallow and peaceful. The desert is cradling you, a silent guardian in the dark. You are safe, you are warm, you are ready to rest. The last thing you see before your eyes close for the final time is the faint silver glow of the Milky Way, a promise of peace that will last until the sun returns. But for now, there is only the dark, the stars, and the deep restorative sleep that is pulling you under its gentle wing. You let go, you sink into the wool, into the sand, and into the dreamless, quiet night. Sleep is here now. It is as vast as the desert and as bright as the stars. You are asleep. You are at peace. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination, this moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, if your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.